Yes, friends. Another part of the textures is the Megascans section within Twinmotion. The Megascans section here, friends, generally consists of high-quality texture elements produced by Epic Games for games and more dynamic visualization elements. There are 3D plants, meaning plants, assets, surfaces, which we refer to as coatings, textures, and healthy elements. These are continuously being developed and uploaded to this library, friends. It's truly a nice feature. When you come to the 3D asset section here, there are various parts, but these parts are actually insufficient. These are being diversified and done with even more beautiful works. Look here, for example, to download any of the stars and seashells here, we press this section again. To avoid searching, you press favorites, again, friends. After this is downloaded, it's enough to drag and drop it here in the same way. Look, you drop it here, and it's really made in a high quality and excellent way. Look, let's zoom in a bit on our scene with the textures on it. So you can create really beautiful scenes by using many objects from the Megascans library, friends. For example, look at the objects related to snow. A common point can be created from the combination of all these. Again, we have the chance to enlarge or shrink them with the scale command. As you can see, the same applies to the situations here. Look, I'm downloading it again. This one. I dragged and dropped it. So you can use this for a snowy road material, as you can see. You can enlarge it like this. Since the textures will also enlarge, the textures have a certain size. After that, the textures will deteriorate, friends. Therefore, it's beneficial to leave it at a certain size. As you can see, like this. There are places where you can create very beautiful scenes, friends. Look, in industrial parts, for example, hardware like this chain. Think of it as a place with objects that are somewhat based on imagination and somewhat dependent on what you want to do. You can see and find many events that you would see in real life with higher quality, dirty material, clean material. When you use these, very beautiful results will emerge. The Megascan library, friends. It's truly a large library. I mean, it's quite a big library. In the surface section, again, you see textures and coatings have appeared. Besides the coatings we normally use on the main screen, there are many different fully synchronized coatings. Friends, for example, let's say a rock from here. Look, I will download such a coating here, friends. Let me download this one too. Or let me download this one. Let's make it different. Let's try it. Let me mark these with a heart symbol. Look, I downloaded this and placed it here. Did you see it, friends? Very, very high quality, very, very effective. By downloading many coatings and is like this, you can create a variety of scenarios. For example, let's delete this and go here immediately. Also, from the water section, or from the object section, for example, let's add some water here from the water section. Friends, sorry, let's do it like this, not like that. Let's come from the ambience section. Otherwise, let's enable this from the ocean section. And this one too. Let's set it to 30 centimeters as 0.30. Look, as you can see, with this kind of operation, it's like algae on the bottom, algae on the top. We have set it up as a system like this, as you can see. In fact, if we want to create a quick ambiance, a mist in the background, the height of the mist is like this. A slight rain effect, a closed weather effect like this. We can create a slight ambiance like this, friends. As you can see, an operation like this. And there are no limits to what you can do. It's limitless, a situation that progresses entirely based on your imagination. Friends, the library is really extensive. Mega Library XR books and objects are very extensive. You can do very beautiful work with all the materials you will use here. Look, when I enter here, it comes a bit late. Look, as you can see, because they are high quality textures, it's natural for them to load a bit late, friends. Along with these, you can find many things here.